welcome to the Bucket Boys podcast. I like the sound effect. I saved it.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it works.
Not getting good feedback on it, though. I'll tell you that.
Well, whatever.
Anyways, I'm Gunnar Cain. I'm your host. I'm here with my best buddy, Zak Rector.
Hey, gang.
And this is the Bucket Boys podcast. This is a show where you write in topics. We put them in that bucket. We pull them out, talk about them at random. That's it. If you wanna send in topics, email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. Please go watch us on TikTok at thebucketboyspod, and full video available on YouTube at the Bucket Boys Podcast. Zak Rector, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, my friend. How have you been?
I think that was the cleanest wrap up of the stuff right there. I think that was good housekeeping.
That was good. I say we just copy that one and paste it at the beginning of every episode.
Yeah. We should. It'll never get better than that.
No.
Honestly.
Certainly won't.
I'm good, man. I've been, folks, don't adjust your screens. We're sunburned. So.
Yeah.
It's
you are
been,
correct.
Oh my God, I've been in the sun for like 3 days.
And the sun, it's been so relentless.
It's been hot here in Virginia. The weather stinks, by the way. It's currently raining, and I think it's going to rain for the next 3 days. Mm-hmm. But Virginia weather sucks.
Yeah.
And it's blistering hot, and then it rains, and then it gets hot again, and then it's humid for 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah. And it could be worse, I guess.
Sure.
But, like, it could be Florida, where it rains every 20 minutes.
Oh, dude. It rains so hard in Florida.
I know. If you're just a visitor to Florida,
You're like, why are there rocks coming out of this? Wet rocks, basically.
why is everyone acting like this is normal?
Oh, no, it's not normal. I took my son to Miami. He had a golf tournament. We went to Miami, and we're out there, and he's like, two of the kids started crying because it hurt so bad.
The rain was so heavy.
It was so heavy.
Yeah, dude.
And it went from like no clouds in the sky to black, and then no clouds in the sky again.
Yeah, it happened so fast.
I didn't like it at all.
So Friday, I took my car to the body shop, and my dad rode with me and brought me back. So I went back to their house and just hung out poolside for the afternoon, and then my wife was going to come pick me up. So she was leaving work from Fairfax, and she was like, it's pouring down raining here. And I sent her a picture. I was like, it's sun shining, not a cloud in the sky here. And she texted me like 3 times on her drive. She was like, are you sure it's not raining? I'm like, I'm positive. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you're like, I've got a mojito in my hand.
Yeah. And it gets to the point that, like, I'm like, she should be here any minute. And I look up, and it's just this black cloud just coming in. I was like, oh, God. She's going to be so upset. She's going to get here and try to sit poolside, and it's going to start pouring down raining.
She brought it.
Well, we got drizzles for a little bit, and then it went away, and we got to hang out. But yesterday, should we talk about what we did yesterday?
Yeah, I got a whole weekend of stuff we got to talk about.
All right.
First, before we get into it, no, you know what? I'm going to save that for the next one. Because this is something I did want to get into.
I see you got a little sticky note over there. I'm curious.
What's on this note is something I meant to talk about a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Because this might be one of the funniest things to happen. And there was nothing you could do about it.
Absolutely nothing.
There was absolutely nothing you could do about it. And I'm so... Tune in next week, guys, because this might ruin the chemistry of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, well, where do you want to start? Because I was out the day before.
I want to start there.
You want to start there?
There's some gems of stories wrapped up in that one.
There are, yeah. So I go, shout out, friend of the show, Thomas and his soon-to-be wife. Should I use last names?
I don't care.
Probably not. Bleep it out. Thomas and Jen. Lovebirds. They're sweet.
Yeah.
It's Thomas's bachelor party. Mm-hmm. And we go to we just get like a big house in Maryland, okay?
Nice.
And we play some golf, drink some beers, do some other things. And I was dreading, I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm an honest guy, right? I'm not going to steer anybody wrong on how I feel. Yes, I would, but wholeheartedly, I would lie about stuff. I'm a liar.
On camera. I have no problem lying to all of you.
I'm a huge liar. But I was dreading this trip, right? Okay, and let me tell you why. Thomas is my guy. Mm-hmm. He's the only one there I know.
Yeah. So you never know what you're getting yourself into.
I don't know these people. Yeah. He knows these people, and they don't know me. Mm-hmm. I just know that we don't walk the same walk.
Were they all a group of friends? Like they all knew each other? So you were kind of the odd one out?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was kind of like, I don't totally really, I don't want to go. I'm already super busy over the weekends. Mm-hmm. And it's a 4-day thing, which is pretty long.
That's a long one, yeah.
So it was nice in the sense like it was like I could go for a couple days. I was able to go for 2 days.
Okay.
2 days, 2 nights. Have a blast. They turned out to be some of the coolest, most fun people I have ever met.
Nice, dude.
And it was awesome. And let me tell you this thing that they do.
Okay.
All right. So over the course of 2 days, one, it's well documented. I like to drink. I'm not a big beer drinker. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Adult juice.
Yeah. I don't drink a lot of adult snacks. No. I'm a liquor guy. Mm-hmm. Right? And so, but it is well documented. I like whiskey.
Yep.
I like a Jack and Diet.
Yep.
That's what I like. And
JDCs.
And mojitos. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Okay? Super well documented. We're going to have to take a break.
Okay. No problem.
All right, we're back. What are we talking about?
So you were dreading the trip and then ended up having the time of your life, and all these guys were great. Mm-hmm. And, you were getting ready to tell about the thing that they do. And over the course of the week, the 2 days that you were with them, you were talking about your favorite drinks.
There we go.
JDC and a mojito.
Okay, so I like JDCs and mojitos, okay?
Uh-huh.
Listen, I think I've discovered my new favorite thing.
Okay.
That's not true. It's in my list of favorite things.
Is it something we can incorporate in our friendship?
We'll see, buddy. I mean, I'm happy to do it, but I think you'll be a little bitch about it, to be honest.
Okay, let's hear it.
Totally serious. No shade to you, but you'll be a bitch.
Okay. Now I'm even more excited to hear about it.
So, these dudes... Okay, over the past 2 days, over the course of the 2 days, I had maybe 25 tequila shots.
I'm out.
And this might be my favorite thing, because I don't like them either.
Yeah.
I don't like them either, but you know what? Damn it, I like this. I will tell you, first of all, because I had to take these back-to-back, tequila shot and a whiskey shot. Much prefer a tequila shot to a whiskey shot. Way better.
There's a lot of burn involved in a whiskey shot.
Whiskey stinks. Unless it's with Diet Coke. Shout out, trademark. JDCs for life. What do we call these people? BBLs?
BBLs.
The BBLs unite. Tell me what you think about this. But I would incorporate it on the show. I would do it. Okay, so basically, anytime everything was a celebration,
Okay,
right?
as it
Because we're
should be.
there. We're celebrating Thomas. We're having a great time. We all just met. Everybody's vibing. You know, we all get there, and somebody's like, look, we all got here. Tequila shots. And it was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Everybody's here. Everybody's safe. Let's celebrate.
So let's celebrate, right? But then it would be like, this is so good. It would be like we said, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to get into first? We kind of made an agenda for the day. And they're like, all right, now that we got the plans, let's celebrate. Tequila shots. And it was like, wait. Did we just celebrate setting plans? And I was like, all right, I'm in. And then, you know, we do something, and then somebody's like, hey, you want to grill? Like, let's hit the grocery store. So we made a list for the grocery store. We go to the grocery store. We go to the liquor store. We come back. Hey, successful grocery store run, tequila shots. And this is what I'm talking about.
Let's insane.
Celebrate. Okay, you take the wins where you got them. And it turns out, Zach, there's a lot of winning to be had during the day.
If you look hard enough, you'll find wins everywhere.
There's wins everywhere. Let that be known.
I got to tell you.
Celebrate your wins.
I got to tell you, it's oozing positivity.
It's so good.
And I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
If I had one tequila shot, I'm done.
Dude, no way you're done on one tequila shot. Look at you.
As far I mean, my fun for the day is over.
Oh, you're going to...
Because I will get sick.
I knew you'd be a bitch about this.
I will get sick.
I knew it. And that's okay.
I can do shots of other things. Tequila's just not the one for me.
Okay, let's list what you could take shots of.
Fireball.
All right. Hey, look, Fireball is disgusting.
All day. It is disgusting.
Hold on, I got extra on the Fireball thing. I'm not loving that box in the trash can. I'm not loving it.
The box isn't helping anyone.
That box just totally helped you.
It
didn't at all. I'm just making
I was
stuff
so
up. Good
ready
shot.
to just put a miss in the miss column.
Good shot.
Thanks.
I can't even celebrate you making a good shot. Tequila shots. I just blew everybody's ears out.
That is fantastic, though.
Oh, dude, it was
successful grocery run. Let's celebrate.
Celebrate tequila. Okay, so then, dude grills, right? He gets it all prepped out and cooks, and then we're like, yeah, let's celebrate him for making such a great dinner.
He threw it down on the grill.
Threw it all down, led the charge. Let's celebrate him. Tequila shots. Then after, we ate outside at this big table. Set it all, got it all set up, right? We had a family dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the boys. Somebody was like, this was this tasted so good. Well done. We got together. This is how I think it should start. Blah, blah, blah. You know what we should do? Celebrate.
Tequila shots.
Tequila shots. I love it.
We got a fire going. Tequila shots.
Hey man, you killed it on that fire. You know what we should do?
We did. We played pool just for finishing a game of pool. That's a celebration. Tequila shots. We turned on game one of, this is going to date the episode, but we turned on game one of the NBA championships. Tequila shots because we found it on TV.
Just finding the game.
Yeah, we got it on. We were ready to go. But that was a goal for the night, was to watch the game.
Yeah.
We found the game.
We're back in business.
Let's celebrate. Let's have a great time.
I really love about this whole idea, and I'd like to try to incorporate it in my everyday life. Not necessarily with shots of liquor, but just something. Because you find wins. And when you're looking for wins and you find wins, I feel like it just breeds positivity, and it probably just improves your overall mood. That's probably why you're having such a great time.
We were having such a great time.
Yeah.
I was fucked up.
You were gone.
Dude. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was so fun, though. We went out and played golf the next day. I stink.
What'd you shoot?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Is it because it's embarrassing?
No, because it was bad.
Okay.
I shot 93.
93.
Stinks.
Our definitions of stinks are totally different.
I know.
It's fine.
But so I got a birdie on the third hole.
Nice.
Shout out. Come to find out, they were prepared for that.
Did you shoot a birdie? You know what we should do?
So they bought a pack of them, not the gas station version, but the liquor store version, the Fireball Minis.
Uh-huh.
Rip a whole fucking case out of a bag somewhere. I don't know where they had it.
Yeah.
They said, and then somebody else was like, because we had to split groups.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I've been waiting to meet you guys at the turn. Anybody got birdies? I was like, I got one. He's like, oh, I got one too. And then he's like, great. Since 2 people out of 6 got a birdie, everybody gets to celebrate.
Since 2 out of 6. That's not even a ratio that makes sense.
I know.
But I love it.
It's great. Everybody gets to celebrate.
Yeah.
Everybody celebrates.
Because I thought you were going to say only the 2 of you got to celebrate.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
However, we're a squad.
We're bringing everybody in on this.
We're a squad.
This party.
Everybody gets to feel celebratory.
Yeah.
We did that. 2 people did that for the team. The whole team.
Yep.
Okay, we did our best.
I got this birdie for you guys.
Exactly.
What's funny is if you had been the only one that got a birdie, he'd be like, all right, since you got a birdie, we're celebrating.
Everybody celebrate. Yeah, it's just, and that's the kind of bro shit, camaraderie. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. I think that's what we're just all looking for is just one person does great, everybody gets to enjoy
Everybody
it.
wins, yeah.
So it was crazy. So then I'm getting ready to go home. And Thomas was like, it'd be dope if you stayed.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me call my wife. Let me ask her. And they said, so she goes, sounds good. Come back first thing in the morning. Yeah, walk inside. It was like, how did it go? I was like, boys, I'm staying.
I'm not fucking leaving.
And the dude turns around with already pre-filled shots and said, we heard you outside the door.
It's funny. I just pictured the whole group like sitting by the window just looking. Does he look happy? Does he look sad?
Tequila shots, baby. Celebrated the stay.
Just kept going.
We just kept celebrating.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, it was so great.
That sounds like a good time. Bachelor parties like that are so much fun. When I hear about bachelor parties, they're like, oh, we're all going to Vegas or something like that. Or we all have to travel and everybody's going to have to buy a plane ticket. I'm good. I love you and I appreciate you including me in this invitation, but I can't do all that, man. I don't want to be, first of all, like you said, the interaction of like, I don't know these people. I don't know what the time's going to be like.
I was honestly so stressed out about that.
I believe it. You're a little stressed ball.
That is true.
But I totally understand what you're talking about. The idea of running into people and you know spending extended amounts of time with people you'd never met before.
That's a lot of time to spend with strangers.
Absolutely.
And
what if they all suck?
Right.
Or what if they all think
if
I
I
suck?
Right.
Exactly. So
Which is way more likely.
100%.
You know what I mean?
The 1 out of the 6.
I'm gonna be the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you have to just trust in the fact that the guy that you like, Thomas, you know, you're friends with him. So, you know, he's friends with you. So he's probably friends with other like-minded people like yourself.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing to get in your own head and like, I'm probably going to have a great time.
I never once.
Yeah.
I'm not. This is not. If they listen to this, which I hope they do, they might be BBLs.
They're definitely BBLs for sure.
I mean, they're BBLs. I just don't know. Like they may not know.
Yeah.
But not one time, not in front of them, not one time leading up to this did I say, I'm gonna have a blast.
Yeah. I'm the exact same way.
God damn it.
I
had such a good time.
In the lead up, all I can think about is the negatives. I know my wife hates it. I'm sure it drives her absolutely insane. We were going to a graduation party, and I was actively trying to keep it in how, like, not excited I was about going to this thing. Because I didn't want to, like, project that to her and then affect her day whatsoever. But we got there, stood around for a little while. You know, didn't really know many people there. I knew the hosts, and then fireball shots came out, and this was really cool. So the kid that was graduating was somebody that my wife used to nanny when they were in like elementary school. So to see them graduating high school now is crazy. So anyway, I used to go over to their house and like pick her up sometimes, or just spend the day with the kids if I was off work or something like that with Sonia and the kids. And so anyway, he pulls.
And they knew that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the dad and I were very cool. We were very close. He was a bow hunter, liked fishing a little bit. And I took the kids fishing sometimes. So anyway, he pulls out the fireball shots and he's kind of doing them like with groups at a time. You know, like this is my softball group. I'll do a shot with them. This is, you know, my kids' teachers. I'll do a shot with them.
Yeah.
And then he turned around, and I was just kind of standing way off to the side. And he turned around, and he was taking the bottles inside. And he was like, "You want one?" Jokingly. I was like, "I'll do it if you do it." He was like, "Ha." And he turned around, he was like, "You know what? Absolutely." And he walked back over, set the bottles down, poured one for me, one for him. And he was like, "This guy right here is family." And I was like, "Let's do a shot together." And from that moment on, the whole day turned around.
That's what I'm talking about.
And my wife was like, "I'm ready to leave when you are." I was like, "Well, we can hang out."
I'm not leaving. This guy's got fireball over here, dude.
But he had regular fireball and then fireball green apple. It was pretty good.
The green apple one. I don't like cinnamon.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't. I actually like fireball a lot, if I'm being honest.
I will say we did end the golf round with shots of fireball also.
We finished golf. Shots.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I 100% get it. And I'm
You have to celebrate.
I'm a fan of these guys' lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
I'm not sure this is what they do, but this is what they do at a bachelor party.
It's probably what they do from now on.
I respect it. And
if that was their first time doing it?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
To be honest. I'm a huge fan of those guys and their thought process.
Yeah.
So, shout out to them.
I'm all for it. This sounds like a great group. I'm glad you had a good time.
Shout out to guys. Yeah, so I leave first thing in the morning from Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Were you hurting at all?
Yeah.
Slightly overhung?
I was so far over. I should have fallen. Okay?
You were like the Wile E. Coyote with the sign off the cliff?
I was, dude, I stopped at the first gas station I saw, and I was like, I'm going to do my normal.
Fountain Diet Coke.
Fountain DC, and a snack.
Yeah.
I looked at the food, and I was like, not a chance.
None of this looks like it's going to stay in me.
But what I did do is, let's go down the list of the gas station. Fountain DC, check.
Yep.
Little Starbucks bottled drink.
Oh, yeah.
Check. And they had the coffee one, so it's not as sweet. Check. Gatorade. Check.
An absolute must.
Water. Check.
Is all this sitting on the counter and you're going back to get more?
Almost. No, I'm not walking any more than I need to.
Yeah.
White Monster. Check.
Oh,
so
damn.
I walk out with 5 drinks.
Sources of energy.
Not even thinking like, this is a 3-hour drive. I'm going to have to stop. your boy didn't stop, dude. The body absorbed every. I drank 4 of those in the first
20 minutes.
hour of the
Gatorade
drive.
gone immediately.
Nope, wasn't even the first one gone. Dude.
Oh, really?
I hit the coffee, then I hit the Gatorade, then the DC. Then I was like, oh, man, that water's getting warm. Better slam
drink
the
it.
water.
Yeah.
Then finish the DC. Then nice, cold. Not really. It had warmed up by then. The White Monster for the last leg of the trip.
Just got you through.
Talk to me. Yeah, dude. Dude. I didn't. Then I get to your place. No, I go home.
Yeah, you went home first.
Had to go home.
Yeah.
Had to die in a shower. Put ice on my face. I overdosed on ibuprofen. Went to the hospital. No. Then immediately got in the car. Came to your place.
Yeah.
And tell them what we did. Because this is... I can't recommend this enough.
Yeah.
1, this activity in particular, but 2, going way too hard for 2 days, hours away,
Yeah.
and then going to do a big thing. I recommend the shit out of that. It really does just kick you right back where you need to be.
So yeah, we went to we had the most unprepared trip to a live golf tournament.
Live Golf, shout out.
It was
I fully support the Saudis on this.
I do
This
too.
is
They've done it right.
incredible.
They've done it right. So yeah, live golf. If you guys don't know, I'm sure everybody knows. We don't have to explain it, but it's not your grandpa's golf tournament.
No.
At the end of the day, I was so blown away when we walked onto the golf course and we get to the first hole. They had music playing.
Music.
They had a generator with a speaker sitting in the middle of the fairway, not in the middle, but like off the fairway, playing music to the players.
To the players. To the crowd.
Yeah.
To the fans of good times.
And I'll tell you what, everybody there was just there to have a good time.
That's what I noticed.
And that's all that was happening.
That's it. It really was 100% good time.
I saw one guy that looked like he wasn't having a good time. And it was right before we left. We stopped at the restrooms. And I think you and Sonia you and my wife were using the restrooms, and me and your wife were standing waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
And I see a guy on his phone, and he just turned around. And you know how you can tell somebody's had way too much to drink, like for the last 25 years? Where they're just beat red always.
Yeah.
He turned around and he's just looking like off in the distance, listening to his phone, and he just goes, "Well, where the fuck do you want me to come find you, Jake? How am I supposed to find you?" I was like, he's not having a great time, but everybody else here having the time of their lives.
Where the fuck am I supposed to find you, Jake? You son of a bitch.
But
Dude.
yeah, it was incredible.
Shout out to Jake for having to deal with that.
Yeah. But no, the amount of people that were just there, just having a good time. They had that whole like kids area set up.
Dude, they had a dunk tank.
They had a dunk tank.
Legit had a dunk tank with a human being in it getting dunked.
You know what I was happy about when we walked by it a couple hours later? It was a different person in the dunk tank. Because I was like, if that poor girl has to sit in that thing all freaking day. Because I watched her get dropped one time. And you would think, like, you got dunked. You're going to come up maybe somewhat of a smile on your face. She came up the most, fixed her hair, put the seat back down, climbed back up, and just... It was probably
her 95th dunk.
Probably. And at the end of the day, we did discuss it, too. I think she was probably having the best time.
She had the best job.
She was getting... It was so hot.
Cooled herself off right away.
Yeah.
Came back up.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the kids missed a few times. You get dried off. You get the sunshine on your skin a little bit.
Yeah. So every one of us was wishing we could volunteer to get in the dunk tank for one throw.
Oh, I would have gone.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
That's what they should do at those events.
let
other people, like, I'm throwing and I want you up on the seat.
let me get dunked. Oh, you know what else they had? I love this huge thing. A giant fan misting.
Yeah.
What?
Have you ever seen one of those before?
Yeah, but not at a golf event.
Oh, yeah.
The PGA Tour is so boring.
Get it together.
Dude, I don't know. This was incredible. People were excited.
Oh, everywhere. Everybody was in a great mood.
Everybody was happy. Everybody was partying.
Yeah. At one point, we went to the concession stand, and we were just standing waiting in line, and I just feel this presence just appear next to me. Mm-hmm. And it was this little bro, probably college age. He's like, all right, man, here's the deal.
Out of nowhere, just starts talking to you?
Just walked right up next to me. He's like this close.
Dog.
And I was making it a point to not like look right at him. Like I kind of turned and I was like, all right, I'll hear your pitch.
Yeah.
And I'm looking ahead.
He's out here networking.
He's like, all right, here's the thing. If I win, you buy me a beer. If you win, I'll buy you a beer.
It's fair, actually.
What do you think? And I was like, what are we playing? Rock, paper, scissors. I was like, you sound like you're the state champion rock, paper, scissors player, and I'm terrible at rock, paper, scissors. I always have been. He's like, dude, I'm the worst in my friend group, too. I was like, do you do sales for a living?
I got a job for you.
He was like, I'm actually in school for marketing. I was like, yeah, you're going to be good. You're good. So,
good choice.
Didn't play him.
Why not?
I feel like it's a slippery slope. That's gambling at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We would have been gambling. And, I'm...
On a golf course? That's insane.
I know. But, no, he was cool. Ran into him like an hour or two later. I was like, did you end up getting that beer? He was like, I did. Thank you.
Nice. Good for him.
Good for
Shout
you,
out
man.
that guy.
Yeah.
Shout out Rock, Paper, Scissors. Shout out RPS guy.
Yeah. No, he was a cool dude. Everybody there was cool. Even, there was so many bros. So many bros. But they were all having a good time. They weren't bothering anybody.
Nope. Just each other.
Yep.
So many bros. Oh, sneaky move, because I think this did garner a little bit of respect.
Okay.
So I do this thing, and I didn't think this was a big deal. This is just how I get what I want, because I'm selfish.
Yeah.
So we get there. I know it's 100 degrees.
Yeah.
I know it is.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm a fair-skinned man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we go there, and I'm immediately getting sunburned. And I had just spent 2 days outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got out of the car, and I was like, you're schwitzing.
Yeah, dude. I was hot. Also, I had 400 tequila shots coursing through me still, keeping me alive.
Yeah. We could have held a shot glass under your chin and collected another shot.
Celebrate. Yeah, so we get out of the car. This was at the car, yeah. We get out of the car. You say, dang, you're red. And I was like, I know. I know it. So we get up there. We go in. I'm just talking about how hot it is, because it was hot.
You were working an angle.
Yeah, but I was also reminding people, I'm hot right now.
Yeah.
Look at my face.
What's one thing we can do?
And Zach goes, oh, man, did you leave your hat in the car? And my wife says, no, he conveniently forgot a hat. And Zach goes, what does that mean? And she goes, that means he's buying a hat while we're here.
So to the merch tent we went.
I was like, oh, what a great idea. I should go get a hat. Now,
you know what? I hadn't even thought about that.
I really
Let's
like
go
hats.
Get me a hat.
I do like hats. Y'all never see me wear a hat, but I do really love hats. And I was just like, nailed it. And she goes, yeah, I clocked that pulling out of the driveway at home. And I was like, you're too good. She goes, I should have said something. I'm like, glad you didn't. And I ran into the merch tent.
Yeah. She knows your game.
Spent way too much money on a hat, and I love it. It was so good. It was a good hat.
It was a great hat.
Hot hat. I should have wore it today, but I didn't want to rub it in.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's nice. But yeah, dude, it was so much fun.
Yeah, if you have an opportunity, if Live Golf is coming to your area, I'd recommend going. The tickets weren't bad.
No, just go see it. I mean, you can't beat it.
No.
You just can't beat. Golf might be one of the best sports to see live.
Oh, I agree. It was my first time seeing golf live, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You're super close to the players.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
You can interact with them.
And we ended up doing, and I loved your idea. You just find a hot hole, find some shade close to the green, and post up.
Hang out.
And
watch
that's exactly
everybody
what we
come
did.
through. You
Yep.
want to find the hole. This is also a hot tip. You want to find the hole where people will make mistakes.
Yeah.
And that means people are being more aggressive to the hole,
Yep.
right? And you get a lot of redemption shots.
Yep.
So, like Phil Mickelson, for instance, was there.
Yeah.
He ended up in the crowd.
Yep.
He messed up an aggressive shot. He went over to the crowd. What more do you want? He went for it.
Yep.
Now we get to see some short game action.
And we got an awesome look at that, too.
And we're right there.
He was right there shooting
there.
out of the crowd. That was so cool.
It's a great time.
And you get to see, like, the whole range of emotions that the players are going to go through at a hole like that. It was very cool. So we posted up at the green of a par 5. I think it was the 14th.
14th.
At Robert Trent Jones. And, yeah, we got to see some great shots. We got to see, like, right when we sat down, somebody hit, like, a 60-foot putt.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
And the cool thing about Live Golf, too, is, you know, you might be thinking, like, oh, a golf tournament is probably quiet. And you got to – no. They got music playing the whole time. Everybody's just chatting it up. Yeah. Everybody's having a good time. But they would still hold up the sign when they were putting.
That was funny. The other side of it said zip it.
My wife mentioned that.
I respected it.
She's like, "Do you see the other side?" Because I guess if you're not shushing, they'll turn that puppy around, zip it, and you're like, "Oh, okay." But you did notice like an overwhelming level of respect from the crowd when they would hold those up. People would, stifle their murmuring.
Yeah, they're still talking, but not abrupt. There's also music playing.
Yeah,
dude, there were golf clothing brands there shooting commercials.
Yep.
It was hyping the crowds up. It was great.
Yeah, the amount of stuff we got to see in a short amount of time. It's not like we were there all freaking day. We got there at 1 and left at like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched every single group come through 14.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, between, how hot it was and just, everything, it is, the drinks are expensive when you get there, but that's any event. But I think we were all at the point like, all right, we've gotten it. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
We rolled out. We went and got lunch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a great time. I will say, we talked about the bros. There was bros everywhere. There's this new epidemic that we're facing as a society, and it's the betting bros.
Oh, they'll bet on anything.
They'll bet on absolutely anything.
Anything, absolutely anything.
Like there was that group in front of us. I don't know if you clocked them. I'm sure you did, but they were betting in real time. Are these people going to miss this putt?
Yes.
On this green that we're watching live.
Yeah.
And if somebody missed, you'd see these guys get hyped up. I'm like, that's pretty disrespectful.
Who cares?
But at the end of the day, everywhere you went.
It's for sure rude.
Oh, yeah. But no matter where you were standing at that event, somebody was talking about betting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think betting bros, huge increase in betting bros.
Yeah.
And they all look the same. All golf bros look the same.
Yeah.
And all frat bros look the same.
But I think all betting bros, which is an even larger group now, are exactly the same people.
It might be.
From 15 to 65.
Yeah.
Like, you can point them out and be like,
that's a betting bro.
Oh, that's a betting bro for sure.
Yeah. No, I loved it, dude. I loved it so much. So that was fun. I'm glad we got to do that.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Just a banger. And then, this. I know this comes out on this. Today's Wednesday, for all intents and purposes. But yes, what am I talking about? That same day as the golf tournament. I just want to shout this out because this is a big deal. Charlottesville at the Southern, Liz Mealy headlined big show, her own show. She came down to the Southern. She's a killer. She's a dog. Go check her out everywhere. Some local love. Johnny Rad hosted the show. And the big dog herself, Amanda Fitz, was on the show, this big show with Liz Mealy.
Very nice.
Shout out, friends of the show. We're actually trying to have Amanda on the show.
Yep.
Her people need to talk to our people, which means I need to actually text her when we're coming to do this.
We just got to get our schedules together.
She probably actually would have been here today.
Damn. Sorry.
Why are you trying to break the light, dude, in the middle of my story? So anyway, shout out to them.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's been a hot weekend.
Yeah. Hot.
I'm tired.
Very
This is
hot.
a hot weekend. Hot ep.
Yeah. As always. Should we pull one from the bucket?
We might have time to pull a topic from
All
the
right.
bucket.
Let's do it.
Is this timer in real time, or does this include our?
No, that's real time with the break.
Thanks, guys, for listening to our story. They turned it off.
Worst sex/date you've ever had?
Oh, well, worst date I ever had.
I think we'll keep it to date.
Yeah. Worst date I don't know, dude. I'm usually at the root of why things go bad. I'm just
usually
going to be
because
on
of you?
it. Yeah, it's usually me. Oh yeah, so I actually talked about this with my new dudes. So I have been asked never to come back to 4 different Buffalo Wild Wings.
You got a picture on the wall?
I don't know, but I was asked never come back here.
That's tough. From a B-dubs?
4.
4 B-dubs?
Yeah. Now, a friend of the show, Steven Stark,
Uh-huh.
is involved in one of these.
Okay. That sounds right. That definitely checks out.
Definitely involved. I don't know if we got kicked out because of when he was there, but we found out you weren't allowed to do it together. And then I kept doing it. So there's a drink called the Four Horsemen.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And it's a 4-shot drink.
Yes.
It's just 4 shot. I shouldn't say just because that really minimizes how horrible it is. It's a shot of Jack Daniels, a shot of Jose Cuervo, a shot of Johnny Walker, and a shot of Jim Beam. And then you mix them together
To one diabolical drink.
to one hellhole drink.
Uh-huh.
And you drink it, and it's horrible. And after about 15 minutes of having one, you're basically blacked out.
Uh-huh.
No big deal,
Yeah.
right? So Steven and I used to do these all the time.
I remember.
Yeah, horrible,
Yeah.
right?
And you'd look at me like I'm an idiot for not doing it. And I was like, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
again, a bitch.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so we go to this Buffalo Wild Wings, right? And we're like, hey, we'd like this. And they're like, we don't even know what that is. And we're like, oh, it's this. And they're saying, you can't do that here.
Yeah.
And we're like,
It has to be against the law in some way.
well, we can't just order that. And they're like, you can buy 4 separate shots, but you can't make that drink.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, well, we'll take the 4 separate shots. We'll just bang,
Slam
bang,
'em,
bang, bang,
yeah.
bang, bang, right? So they bring them. We dump out a cup, and we make the drink.
Yeah. Of course.
You guys can't fucking do that here. Yeah, stop. And we're like, all right, let's do it.
We're being cool about this.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to do this.
Yeah.
So I go on a date. And somebody was talking about it was like a double date type of thing.
Okay.
And we were talking about something, and I mentioned this thing called the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
This is a different Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
And I'm like, y'all want to try it? And they're like, not particularly, but we'll do it. And so, same thing. We can't do that here. All right, well, can I just buy the shots? Sure. But don't make that drink.
Don't you dare mix them together.
You can't. I wonder if they have like just a law like you can't mix alcohols outside of the
that makes
bar.
sense.
That might be it.
Yeah.
You can't bartend from your table.
Yeah.
Could be it. I don't know.
You're not licensed.
Whatever. So 15 minutes after I same thing. They can bring the shots. I mix them. It's a very expensive drink at a restaurant, by the way.
Yeah.
And then 15 minutes later, there's some broken tables.
You broke a table?
I don't honestly know who broke the table, but that was on a date. I don't know who broke the table. I don't know who told, Susie bartender, hope she gets hit by a truck. I don't know who said that.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Somebody definitely said it. It's
Somebody
in the report.
Might have been me.
I hope you get hit by a truck.
I don't know who fuck you'd everybody on the way out. Somebody did.
And somebody definitely pissed in my pants.
Yeah, that wasn't a good look, but that was a date.
That's rough.
Yeah, and that's only one of the four. The rest of the other three, I'm sure you can imagine, pretty much same story.
Just traveling the country, hitting every BWC.
Well, I'll tell you what, Northern Virginia Buffalo Wild Wings are not on my list of places to go to.
Because you can't.
Because I don't think they'll welcome me back. Yesterday we went to a Glory Days, and I was like, is Glory Days secretly a B-dubs? Because I don't think I'm allowed in here.
I have this weird feeling that I'm not supposed to be here right now. That was a good time. Glory Days afterwards was a good time because the tournament was still on the TVs.
It was still on the
there.
TV, yeah. So we got to watch it finish up.
Yeah, it was very cool in the AC.
In the AC.
I will say when we went to the merch tent to get you a hat, I was so happy when we walked in there because they had AC
so
going.
Nice.
I was like, we can hang out here as
Oh,
long
and
as
it
you
was
guys
you
want.
could bring your drinks in the merch tent? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That place rocks.
It was such a good time. If it hadn't rained today, we would have gone back for the last day of the tournament.
I might secretly go back.
It was a good time.
I might leave here and go back.
Get kicked out of a golf tournament. Hey, do you have these four particular alcohols?
Has anybody heard of Four Horsemen?
I was thinking that whole time about bad dates that I've had, and I can't put my finger on any, but
Wow.
homecoming.
Mr. Johnny Smooth.
No, it's not. Mr. Not many dates in his life.
That checks out.
No, but homecoming, I think junior year of high school, I got up the courage to ask the pretty girl in our class to go to homecoming with me, and she said yes.
Woo! Give it up for Zach, everybody.
So at the time, I was driving an old 96 Ford Ranger that didn't run very well.
Dog, dude.
And-
And yes, it did run perfectly
Actually,
fine.
yeah, that thing.
I don't even know why you're
couldn't-
trying to diminish the Ford Ranger.
You couldn't stop that truck. For real, the brakes didn't work.
Long bed?
But no, regular. It was a regular cab, or no, an extended cab. It had the little flip down seats in the back.
God!
But that's what I picked her up in, and the clutch was all shot on that thing, and
Yeah, it was.
So
Manual?
we pulled up, and I was trying to get it into gear to move forward, and it just wouldn't get into first. And all I could hear the whole time was her eyes rolling, like, oh God, like you couldn't have borrowed somebody else's vehicle for homecoming.
Yeah.
Anyway, So we went into the dance, and she parted ways, and I didn't see her again for the rest of the night. What was that?
I was laughing, choking at the same time.
I like it.
You don't have to be a dick and call me out about it.
It freaked me out, I'm being honest. But yeah, that homecoming didn't go as planned. And like I said, she was like the pretty girl in our class. So everybody was like, oh, how'd homecoming go? I was like, she'll never talk to me again.
Nice.
We didn't dance one song together. And I did not ever speak to her again.
Really?
Not by my choice.
Oh.
Yeah, but apparently driving an old pickup truck was a no-go for her, whatever. But yeah, I've never been kicked out of a place. I haven't lived, apparently.
I also am not a person that gets kicked out of place. I'm very much like a rule follower.
Very much so.
But as soon as I start breaking the rules,
It's
just so downhill so quick.
yeah.
That's why I can't be breaking rules, because I know what that's like.
I get it, man.
All right. Do you ever miss smoking brickweed?
Brickweed is funny.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, the stuff. Now, I don't dabble. I'm not a dabbler.
Mm-hmm.
But
We were all kids once.
we were all kids once.
Yeah.
And was it a good time? Yeah.
I think it's the times that revolved around the brickweed that I miss.
Yeah.
if
I've also
anything.
heard, like, weed now, God, is so strong.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't even imagine smoking the stuff that they got out there now.
Like, you know how many times I've seen people just mid-conversation just pass out high?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just smoking weed. And it's like, dude, we were up for like 25 hours before somebody was just passed out like that.
Yeah.
Brickweed didn't get you like that.
No.
It helped.
It got you a little red-eyed,
Yeah.
you know?
Cottonmouth a little bit.
Yeah.
You had snacks.
Super giggly.
Yeah. But that's it. Dude, the stuff they're pumping into these kids these days, man, is tough.
Yeah.
Too loud.
The first time I ever dabbled, I was with a friend of mine. I won't say his name. But he was more of a connoisseur in that world.
Uh-huh.
So he knew what the deal was. I had no idea. I didn't know how hard munchies would hit.
Was I there for this?
No.
Okay, good.
No, this was in another life. So anyway, we snuck out. We were staying at his house, snuck out, did our thing, came back. All I wanted was just a bag of chips, just something.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, dude, just go to bed." Like that was his normal routine. Like he would just go for a walk, get a little stoned, and then go to bed. And it woke me right up.
Uh-huh.
And all I wanted snacks. And I was like, I'll be quiet. Can I just sneak down to the kitchen, grab something? No, dude, just go to sleep. It was the worst time of my life. But did it again the next day.
I love that you got mad because you couldn't eat something.
Yeah. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, dude, it's so much. It's so crazy. I mean, it was fun. It was fun as a kid, but now you just can't be doing it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I see people my age that like, there's people that do it casually.
Uh-huh.
And you could honestly never really tell, like
Right.
that's just part of their day to day. But then you see the people that like live for it at our age, and you're like, damn, get it together.
Yeah, there are some people that do it. And what is this?
A little keychain.
I know what it is.
It used to hang from my mic cord, but I noticed it was making noise, so I took it off.
From my angle, it's just a clippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, do you?
Yeah.
It's just...
Don't judge anybody.
It ain't for me, man.
It's not for me either.
I stink.
Yeah. It's not for me. And plus, with our jobs, still
you
can't risk it.
That. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get one more. I think we got to get out of here.
One more topic, or?
One more topic.
All right.
Let's get out of here on that.
Slip and slide.
Ooh. Now, a big fan of the slide part.
Not a big fan of the slip?
I don't so much like to slip,
Yeah.
but I do like to
All
slide.
for some sliding.
Yeah, I mean, slide out of the two's elite.
Yeah.
The slide piece.
We built a big slip and slide out here in the side yard next to our driveway. At our house, not here at the studio. And I built like this PVC arch kind of thing that I poked holes in and hooked a hose up to it, and it would just spray water on the tarp. And that was a great time until friend of the show, Corey, went down, and he went down on his knees and slid the whole way. And I guess he picked up a rock underneath the tarp. It sliced him open, and we were not having such a great time anymore after that.
No.
But also, to get a good running start, we'd come out of the garage, which is that slick concrete floor, and somebody, I forget who it was, but ran to get into the back of the line and just whoop, totally slipped.
No slide.
No slide at all.
That's why slip's the worst.
It was a slip and thud is what they did.
Slip in emergency room visit.
Luckily, their head didn't hit the concrete, but the rest of them did. It was just so loud.
Hate to hear it.
And everybody standing there, we all felt it. Like the whole ground shook.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
But we were like, you just go sit off to the side, get it back together. We're going to keep having a good time.
Yeah, I like the soap and water on a slip and slide, or the long tarp, the roll out like landscaping fabric tarp. That's how you do it, first of all. Or I like using just it dry and getting like a potato sack to sit on. Okay. And then you take some like flour, cornstarch, whatever, sprinkle it all over.
Never even thought of that.
Now those you got to be careful with.
Yeah.
Because they keep picking up speed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will say we tested some different materials with our slip and slide because we did it over the course of a couple of years. And what I found worked the best was like 6 mil clear construction plastic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That stuff worked fantastic. But don't get the black plastic because it heats up in the sun. Hot. And I think the water evaporates pretty quickly off of it. But you get the clear stuff.
Well, that's why you got to do the soap.
Yeah. Soap was a big help. And I even installed like a little cap on the top of the PVC thing that I could just dump soap into so it would mix and spray soapy water mix. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. It was a engineering masterpiece in my opinion.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's and I would say after putting something together like that, tequila shots.
Tequila shots for sure.
I mean, just putting it together is a celebration in its own right.
Yeah.
I think actually I'm going to celebrate this show with tequila shots.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get out of here. Zach, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Zach_shoots_.
That's what I'm talking about. And you can find me at Gunnar Cain Comedy everywhere. On the things, on the TikTok, on the Instagram, YouTube. Please go watch my stuff. Like both of our things. Follow the show. Watch, definitely rate, review, subscribe everywhere you can. I mean, you're probably listening to this more than likely. So Apple, leave us a review. Spotify, leave us a review. 5 stars. It really helps us out. The numbers are growing. I'm happy to say numbers are growing. It's because of the BBLs.
Thanks to you guys a ton. You're helping us out.
It's a beautiful little community we're putting together here. Yeah. And I love it. And I think everybody after this should go take a tequila shot and
celebrate
the win. Hot up. Celebrate a hot up.
I don't care if you are sitting at your desk at work right now. Celebrate.
Yeah, or go home and be like, listen, I listened to some of a hot up today. Tequila shot.
I had half of a good day at work. I deserve to celebrate.
That's what I'm talking about. It's those little things. So, again, if you want your topics read live on air, email at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. And be sure to rate, review, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. And we love you guys. One last thing. Friday. the 14th. Is that Friday?
Yeah.
Friday the 14th. If you're in the Charlottesville area, check out Don't Tell Comedy on the downtown mall. Can't tell you where it is, but I can tell you roughly the location. It's down there on the downtown mall. That's going to be awesome. That one's always packed out. Grab a ticket at Don't Tell Comedy /Charlottesville. I think that's how you do it. But you just go don'ttellcomedy.com. They have a little search bar. Mm-hmm. You just type in Charlottesville or the zip code, wherever you want. You can do it anywhere. You can do it here, there, and everywhere.
They're all over.
It'll pop up all the shows we have available. And then again on the 20th, that'll actually be in the Ruckersville area. That's going to be a blast. Show up, show out. Really appreciate you guys, Zach. Any last words?
I'd like to take a nap.
All right.